Understanding the Document Object Model, or DOM, is very important for web development. The DOM represents HTML documents as a tree structure. Each element in the document is a node. Elements can contain other nodes as their children. All of these nodes can be dynamically accessed and modified using JavaScript. There are several types of DOM nodes. The first is an element node, which represents HTML elements like div, p, or span tags. The node type for an element node is 1, which can also be accessed using the node.element_node property. Next is the text node, which contains the text inside the elements. The node type for text node is 3, and can be accessed using the node.text_node property. Then there is comment node. It represents HTML comments. The node type of comment node is 8, which can also be accessed using the node.comment_node property. Finally, we have the document node, which is the root node of the entire DOM tree. Its node type is 9, and can be accessed using node.document_node property. Let's explore some more DOM node types. First, we have the attribute node. It represents the attributes of HTML elements. For example, if you have a div element with a class attribute, the attribute node would represent that class attribute. The node type for attribute node is 2. Next is the CData section node. It is used in XML documents to embed text that should not be parsed by the XML parser. Its node type is 4, and can be accessed using node.cdata_section_node property. Then comes the document type node. It represents the doc type declaration, which is usually the very first line in an HTML document. Its node type is 10. Finally, there is the document fragment node. It is a lightweight container for DOM nodes. It's useful for batching DOM manipulations before inserting them into the actual DOM. The node type for document fragment is 11. Now let's discuss how to create new DOM nodes using JavaScript. The first method is createElement. It is used to create a new element node of the specified tag name. For example, you can create a div element. After creating the element, you can set its attributes like the class name and content. Next, we have the createTextNode method. This method creates a new text node with the specified text. You can then append this text node to any element. We can also create comment nodes using the createComment method, which will create a comment node containing the given text. We can also create a document fragment, which will create a lightweight document fragment. This fragment can then be used to append elements and can be later appended to the DOM. Once you have created the nodes, you need to know how to add them to the document. The appendChild method adds a node as the last child of a parent node. The insertBefore method inserts a new node before a reference node within a parent. Finally, we have the replaceChild method, which replaces an existing child node with a new node. The diagram shows how the new node can be inserted using JavaScript. Sometimes you need a copy of existing nodes. This is where cloning comes in handy. There are two types of cloning, shallow clone and deep clone. A shallow clone creates a copy of the node itself without any of its child nodes. You can create a shallow copy by using clone node with a value of false. Use shallow cloning when you only need the element structure without its content. A deep clone creates a complete copy of the node, including all of its child nodes. You can make a deep copy by calling clone node with an argument value of true. Keep in mind that event listeners are not cloned during cloning. You need to reattach these listeners to the new elements. Comparing DOM nodes is a common task when manipulating the document. There are two ways to compare nodes. First is node identity comparison. This checks if two references point to the exact same node in memory. This can be done with triple equals operator or by using isSameNode method. The result will be true only if the references point to the same node. Next is node equality comparison. This compares if the node contents and attributes are equal. This can be done using the isEqualNode method. This method returns true only when the nodes are of the same type and have identical attributes and content. Let's explore best practices when working with DOM nodes. First, always try to use Document Fragment when you have multiple DOM updates. Document fragments allow you to batch multiple operations together and then apply them all at once. This improves performance by reducing the number of times the browser has to re-render. Secondly, you should always cache references to elements you access frequently using a variable. This will make your code perform faster. Next, make it a habit to always use modern methods that are provided by JavaScript for better readability, such as append, prepend, and remove. Finally, always validate node types before performing any operations. By validating the type of node, you can prevent unexpected issues. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.